£4 for winning by a neck at Hamilton Park last time. Had previously been running over 7 furlongs on a couple of occasions and a mile, so dropping back to 6 last time and sticking at 6 for this afternoon. That's number 2, Abduction. Number 5, Arnhem, is next, and number 5, Arnhem, is a jockey change. Well, it's not a jockey change. Kevin Stott rides for Rebecca Menzies. Rebecca has this 9-year-old Arnhem. 2 wins from quite a few starts, but it's been a while since the last win, which came back in 2023. Finished, only beat 2 home in a handicap at York 37 days ago, and needs a little bit of a step forward again. Number 5, Arnhem. Number 9 is Orbital Chime for Jason Hart and Katie Scott. Fought 11 runs since the last win, which was 3 years ago, but the best run for Katie was actually here when finishing 3rd of 8 over course and distance a couple of weeks ago. So if Orbital Chime can build on that from stall 11, and there's not a huge effect in the draw for the straight course here at Ayr, because they do come down the centre and the stalls are in the centre of the track. So Orbital Chime got a chance from stall 11. That's number 9. Number 7 is Bin Haria. Bin Haria represents Oisinor and William Haggis, running at 7 furlongs when winning a Redcar Novice last autumn. In handicap company so far this year has finished in 7th place at Kempton. Just ran a little bit with a choke out. Back to 6 then for Bin Haria, a fascinating prospect off a mark of 79 and one of just the 4 3-year-olds in the contest. Number 11 is the next one we can see. Invitorio for Jack Nichols and Carl Burke, drawn towards the far side of the track in stall 4. Invitorio finished well beaten in a handicap at Haydock about a month and a half ago, and there'd probably be others that you would put forward before Invitorio, although with Carl Burke you never say never. That's number 11. Number 10 is Danzan. Danzan's one of the potential pace angles, and there's not too many in this particular race. A course and distance winner, has had a few goes though since that last win a couple of years ago, and actually finished last of 9 at Pontefract when last seen out a month ago. That is Danzan, number 10. Number 6 is Baba Reza. Sam James earlier on saying that he had 2 nice rides to come for Julie Camacho. This is one of them. Been quite well supported earlier on today. Dropped below a winning mark as well. Only beat 1 or 2 home at Chester last time. Has dropped a couple of pounds since then and was unlucky not to finish closer. Didn't have the best of runs and then was hampered inside the final furlong as well. So keep an eye on Baba Reza from stall 1. After number 6, I think we can see number 12, I Need Your Love, another of the 3-year-olds running in this race. Wasn't beaten very far when finishing 4th at Pontefract over this trip a month ago, and is running as if he's about to get even closer than that. Stall 12's not a bad draw for number 12, I Need Your Love. Number 4, Hyper Focus, is another possible pace angle here for Tim Easterby and Sean Curran. In a race in which I don't think there is a lot of pace. This is the elder statesman of the party, the 11-year-old here, Hyper Focus. He's won a couple of races at Chepstow about this time last year, but both runs so far this year he's been well beaten, Hyper Focus. And then Tactical Plan, Paul Mulrennan for Ed Dunlop, another 3-year-old in the race, number 8, Tactical Plan. 11th of 14 on quick ground at Chester a month ago, dropping back in trip. That was nearly a mile on that occasion, drops back to 6 here this afternoon. And the other one that I wanted to mention was Aberama Gold, number 3 for Danny Tudhope and David Amara. He's actually another of the, not quite a veteran, but an 8-year-old Aberama Gold, a 12-time winner as well. In the past, he's run in the Ayr Gold Cup and in the Silver Cup. Actually finished 5th in the Silver Cup one year. The blinkers are back on instead of the visor here this afternoon after that never dangerous 7-length 13th at York last time. So there's a good look at the horses in the Paddock Angus ahead of Division 1 of the 6 furlong handicap, and it is tricky with a capital T.
It certainly is, Gordon. Yeah, thanks very much. It's a good sprint though, isn't it? And familiar names in here, some decent sprinters going to post. Abraham Gold 7-2 and 92 Abduction. Bin Harir 6-1, 8-1 Tactical Plan. Babareza is in there at 17-2 and 9-1 Orbital Chime. I Need Your Love 12s. Invitorio is 14s and 16s and bigger. The rest, I think, I'd agree with Gordon Martin. It is a decent little sprint, this.
Yeah, it's a good race, isn't it? Some familiar names at Ayr. Abraham Gold, the money has come for him. He's not been in good form lately, but he's off a career low mark, isn't he, of 79. And he's a good horse on his day. Might not quite be as good as he was, but coming to this reduced mark, cutting the ground. Stewards Cup winner a few years ago, and he's run well here before. So yeah, it's an interesting race. Abduction, though, I think he's still improving though, off a mark of 80. I think he's going the other way.
Okay, off the back of what was a win at Hamilton last time, got up late on over 6 furlongs, a stiff 6, of course. So it's a sharper test today, but he really knuckled down and came home strongly here. Yeah,
and this comes off the back of a very luckless run at Musselburgh. That was over 7 furlongs, and he probably over-travelled that day, and Shane Gray, he just couldn't get a run on him at Musselburgh, stuck on that rail. And here at Hamilton, he rode him with utmost confidence. You see him here, he keeps coming into the middle. He could have easily come to the outside of the pack and got one clear run in him, but Shane was confident on him. He weaved through the field, he kept following the right horses. He followed Sir Garfield here, who he knew would take him, deep into the last furlong, and he was always going to get up and win here. I thought it was a cool ride from Shane, and he really responded well, but he's probably not going to get the same setup today, is he? This is a stiff.
That's the problem, yeah.
Stiff 6 here and an easy 6 today, and like Gordon says, there's not a lot of pace in this race for a sprint.
That's the one thing he wants, isn't it? He wants a good gallop in front of him, something to aim at.
He wants something to aim at, and a good pace, and Shane has to ride him that way. He likes to get there kind of late, and it never unfolds that way every time, and sometimes he's unlucky. So yeah, I can't see a whole lot of pace. But
Danzan will go forward, won't it?
Do you know what? He's one of the only front runners. He could run a big race, Danzan. I could see him.
He goes well here, actually.
He loves it here, and yeah, he hasn't been in terrific form, but he's got a good record in the Bronze Cup, hasn't he? He's won that before. He's lot for £6 lower than his last win, and young Amy Wolf, she's a really good rider.
Yeah,
he could well get the run of things in front from stall 8. And I'm just wondering, you made this comment after the last couple of races, is the ground a little bit better middle to stand side?
I'm beginning to think that after our last 2 winners have challenged just about widest of all. Inanna certainly did, and We Still Believe who did as well. So they both.
Well, they raced yesterday.
Not We Still Believe, was it? Sorry, I got the wrong one there. Say What You See. Say What You See came widest of all, so did Inanna. So I think there might be something in that.
Yeah, I mean, the race there yesterday, so the inside maybe has been churned up, so it might be fresher up the middle. The pace could come from Danzan, like we say, out of stall 8, and then you would imagine that Abduction from stall 9 will follow, and Abraham Gold from stall 10. So it might all unfold middle to stand side a bit here, and I think a low draw might just be a disadvantage. Not a disadvantage, but it just might be better to be drawn higher, especially when there is no pace.
Yeah, I'll have a look at the race IQ draw stats for this race. While you just mentioned Bin Harir, William Haggis's only runner at the meeting.
Yeah, and likely race, potential improver. One win from 5 runs. He won at Redcar. It wasn't a great race, but he won it really well on soft ground. That was in October. Couldn't back it up with a penalty when he went back there a month later, but he pulled way too hard. And on his only run this year over 7 at Kempton, again, over-raced. He ended up making a run in that day, pulled way too hard. He wasn't knocked about once he was beaten. Back to 6 furlongs, you could see this horse really having a lot more to offer. So could be really unexposed, a 3-year-old off 79. William Haggis's only runner today. Yeah, I wouldn't rule him out. I can see a big run coming from him. Coming out to stall 7, should just be able to follow the pace. And he should settle much better if they go that much quicker. I know there's not a whole lot of front runners in a race, but they will naturally go quicker over 6 than they will over 7.
Yeah. The Race IQ draw bias data suggests that, historical data suggests that over this trip on this sort of ground, that stalls 2, Panthea Noir, stalls, let me get this right. There we go, yeah, stalls 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are okay, and the being wide's not. So it'll be interesting to see whether that gets turned on its head, given what we said earlier on about how the track seems to be playing. Right, let's go to Gordon. Then a few final thoughts on this really good sprint, Gordon. I'm going to stay here. Apologies, my mistake. Begin to get them all loaded up. So, Martin, nail your colours to the mast.
I am going to stick with Abduction. I think he's a potential improver at 80, although I'm fearful of Bin Hurry. And you can make a case for a lot of others. Danzan, I can see him getting a freebie on the front end. And if he returns to his old form off this mark, again, it's just such an open race. But I'm going to stick with Abduction. I think at the age of 7, he's peaking. All right, just hope that he gets the pace he needs to go at. But it's typical sprint, Angus. The more you look at it, you look at another horse and you could make a case for plenty others.
Yeah, I like Aberama Gold. I think the dropping grade and the mark's falling all the time, isn't it? He's going to fall in one day.
He hasn't been in the 70s since his 2-year-old days, so he'll find this a weaker contest. Yeah, David Amara's got his horses in good form. A winner here at Ayr yesterday. That's just about it for this 6-furlong sprint, Class 4, Division 1 of this particular race, I think. Just got one playing up in the stalls. It's Abduction, actually. Just getting a little bit upset, but we look like we're ready. Here's Alan.
Racing away. A little bit awkward there with the hood removal for Barbarezza. Is a bit slowly away from stall number 1. It's Division 1 of the Start Your Racing TV free trial handicap stakes over the 6 furlongs. And Arnhem, one of the first ones to show, together with Hyperfocus and Danzan. Then Tactical Plan and the Caltonian in the purple and pink. Aberama Gold settles next in white and red, and the beige and red more towards the near side is I Need Your Love. Then came Orbital Chime in the grey. Bin Harir covered up behind the leaders. Behind that one then is Invitorio in the beige and brown colours. Barbarezza is second to last, and Abduction, who won at Hamilton last time, is the pushed along back marker. Up the home straight through halfway then. Arnhem in the black and red with the noseband still taken on by Danzan. Hyperfocus, then Tactical Plan and Aberama Gold in the white and red. The Caltonian over toward the far side in purple and pink, now looking to come up with effort as well as they race inside the final furlong and a half. Danzan, Aberama Gold with the Caltonian far side. Here comes the great Bin Harir, now delivering a big looking effort inside the final furlong. Bin Harir has now moved through to lead inside the last, and it's Bin Harir who's going to win this, pulling right away in the hands of Ashinor. Bin Harir will be a cosy winner at the line. Tactical Plan in second, Aberama Gold third, then Danzan and Orbital Chime.
Yeah, it's a win for Bin Harir, the horse, remember, who's been racing exclusively at 7 furlongs for William Haggis, has won and won really well. Keen enough last time at Kempton in that handicap, and goes on to beat Tactical Plan in second. Aberama Gold has finished in third place, and Danzan, who helped force the pace, takes fourth. A 13-2 winner here for Oshinor and William Haggis. A gelding by Dark Angel. Winning form last season in a novice at Redcar over soft ground. Came this side and quickened up really well. Led inside the final furlong, and soon there was daylight between Bin Harir and the chasing pack. Running for just the 5th time in his career, and, well, this is his distance for the time being, isn't it? A 3-year-old